Are you planning on doing some gardening and need some ideas? In this video, we're going to visit your back garden with some great small garden ideas. No matter how much space you've got out back, there are always a few things we can do to make it a place that's a joy to be in. We spend so much time thinking about kitchens and bathrooms, choosing tiles and picking out appliances, that we often neglect our outdoor spaces. Our gardens are precious. They bring both life and value to our homes and should feel like an extra outdoor room. Living in a city means we need to make most of every square metre, both inside and out. Okay, gardens can be a lot of work, especially if you're not naturally green-fingered. But not all gardens are expensive and time-consuming. You don't need lots of tools, and your garden can even save you money if you grow your own fruit and vegetables. Working with a small bark garden also gives you the opportunity to really focus your attention on one big idea. After you go through this video, your brain will be exploding with small garden ideas. Here are some of our favourites to inspire you. It's time to get your hands dirty. Small garden idea number 1, bathed in nature. This first playful example takes the outside room concept to another level. Bathing outside is the ultimate luxury, and you don't need an expensive hot tub or spa to do it. You could upcycle a salvaged roll-up or even opt for a stainless steel or copper addition such as the one in this picture. Obviously, you will need a plumber to provide a hot water feed and some drainage, but this can be a great way to relax in private. It is also useful for washing down grubby kids who have been rolling in the mud all day. In the UK, you might want to include a large umbrella as well. Small garden idea number 2, sunken seclusion. Privacy can be an issue, especially in a house in the city, with the neighbours so close by. Likewise, it can be difficult to zone off certain functional areas in small rectangular gardens where there is little scope for landscaping. This example provides a solution to both those problems. Planting fast-growing and low-maintenance plants such as bamboo creates a great natural privacy screen. Bamboo also has the added benefit of gently swaying in the wind, providing a calming zen-like atmosphere. Fitting seating areas against this green backdrop, a few steps down from the natural ground level as shown here, helps define this area more clearly whilst adding to the privacy of the space. Small garden idea number 3, framing your arguments. There is no reason why our gardens can't contain structures of their own. Simple framed off areas such as this help define sitting or relaxing areas, provide shade or shelter from the weather, and present the opportunity for added greenery. This project contains a floating daybed hung on chains from the timber framework, adjacent to an intimate outdoor dining area. The laddered shelving between these areas and the house contains a vertical garden of pot plants and climbers, in turn acting as a subtle privacy screen. Small garden idea number 4, Nocturnal Delights. In keeping with our concept of our gardens as an outdoor room, why not bring internal features of your home outside? This high-walled garden has been fitted with a timber deck and outdoor fireplace. Apart from being a great way to keep warm on those crisp winter evenings, an outdoor fireplace provides a great focal point for the garden. This acts like an anchor for the design of your garden, and informs the geometry of the decking and planting around it. Consider how you might use your garden at night time as well as day. You might also want to include low energy lighting, such as the example here, or more subtle uplights built into the deck or planters. Small garden idea number 5, making connections. This is another great example of how effective a simple sunken area can be for zoning off a functional space, like an outside dining area. However, what I really want to talk about here is the connection between the internal and external spaces. As you can see in this photo, both the living area and a bedroom open out onto this outdoor patio. Firstly, it is vital that your garden feels part of your home, rather than just a space behind the house. Also, by making physical and visual connections between inside and outside spaces, both areas become richer as a result. Views out to the garden beyond help to bring the outside into the house, making the rooms feel larger and more expansive. Likewise, a visual link to nature, even a tiny garden, can provide a powerful psychological boost to the inhabitants, especially on those grey winter days. Small garden idea number 6, a place to eat and entertain. Even the smallest of gardens can become a great entertaining place. This sunken courtyard garden is flanked by raised planting beds, which cleverly incorporate built-in seating and a gas barbecue. Having a cooking and eating space like this directly off the main kitchen will greatly increase your use of the garden. Even on a cold night, if the barbecue is firing, it can be an enjoyable family experience. I would also recommend a gas barbecue so that you can get straight into the cooking without having to mess about with charcoal and firelighters after a hard day at work. Built-in seating is also very effective in a really small space like this, and the raised beds contain the greenery in neat, easily manageable strips to prevent it overpowering the usability of the space. Small garden idea number 7, gravel and geometry. Gravel is another great low-maintenance option for a small garden space. Aside from that satisfying crunch underfoot, and the fact that it doesn't need mowing every couple of weeks, gravel can also be a great garden organiser. This example is quite formal, but gravel borders and paths are a great way to separate and contain different areas of planting or function. Due to the loose nature of gravel, it is also a great material to mediate between two more solid objects, such as a timber deck and a paved patio area. Small garden idea number 8, a garden to stretch out in. Now this is my idea of a relaxing garden. A simple hammock slung between two trees in a lush green corner of your garden can provide an oasis of calm and relaxation on those rare summer days. For me, nothing feels more indulgent than a cheeky afternoon nap, and I can think of no better place to take it. Just make sure you fix your hammock securely and to something strong enough to take more than just your body weight, for when the kids or dog invariably jump on with you. I also prefer the solid fabric hammocks rather than the net type shown here. If you can find them, they are just more comfortable. Small garden ideas number 9, go potty. Here is another great example of low maintenance vertical garden ideas. This is constructed very simply from steel reinforcement bars welded together and allowed to rust nicely. The terracotta pots each contain different herbs, and the location means it is easily accessible from the adjacent kitchen. Herbs also give a great scent to the garden. I also like how both the brick wall and timber fence are painted the same dark colour. This brings them together visually in a single element and creates a nice backdrop for the green and red of the planting. Small garden idea number 10, veg out. Nothing beats a good old-fashioned veggie patch. Growing vegetables is not as hard as you think, and it can be immensely satisfying to eat your own produce. You will need to experiment a bit to find what grows best and what you prefer. But this is a growing trend, and there is a lot of help out there both online and off. Depending on the shape and depth of your garden, this could be a closed off area at the back or an integral part of your enjoyment of the space. Vegetables, herbs and fruit are not just cost saving and nutritious, many also look great and smell amazing. Small garden number 11, be materialistic. As with any design project, it pays to keep things simple. And that's the name of the game with this set of garden ideas. You can have too many materials if you're not careful, and your garden could feel busy and far from relaxing. This project is a great example of a cohesive palette of materials, and that includes the greenery. The brick walls and rendered planter boxes are painted the same white colour, which complements the light colour of the pebbles used about the plants themselves. Likewise, the brown tones of the timber decking, seating and benches sit very well alongside the adjacent limestone paving. If you can, you should try and get small samples of all the materials and paint colours you plan to use and put them together beforehand to make sure they work. I also really like the built-in children's sandpit on this one. I might have to steal that idea for my own garden. And small garden idea number 12, turning Japanese. And finally, I just couldn't resist including this in this set of garden ideas. I am a pretty big Japanophile myself, but I'm not sure even I would go this far. This miniature Japanese garden contains a complete, albeit dramatically scaled down landscape. It has been very meticulously created and maintained as you would expect, and contains a miniature temple, a lake complete with stone bridge, several bonsai trees, and even a grassed over version of Mount Fuji. If you are looking for a project and have plenty of patience and time in your hands, then this could be the one for you. Thanks for checking out our garden ideas video. For a lot more info like this, please visit bespokehomedesign.com or click on some of the links provided below. Also, do you want to know how much your renovation will cost? The most common question we get on Bespoke Home Design and from our clients is, how do I get a ballpark figure for my building work so I have an idea of how much it will cost before I start? And there really hasn't been an easy answer to that until now. Well, if the question above also applies to you, then you need to check out our free Ultimate Renovation and Remodeling Costing Toolkit. Basically, we've tried every costing tool both offline and online, and we've put together this toolkit, which shows you how to use what we consider the best 3 free online costing tools that exist for the UK market. We break down each one and give you step-by-step instructions on how to use them, and you'll be shocked with how ridiculously easy to use they are. We'll also show you what info you need to fill them out, and how to get this info if you don't have it. Again, it's really simple to do. This is the best resource on the big bad interwebs for getting a pretty good ballpark figure for your renovation. And the best part is that you can do it all online. There's no calling anyone or booking an appointment or being hounded by salespeople. In summary, you'll discover the 3 free and super simple online costing tools made for renovations and remodeling projects. You'll get an accurate cost for your potential renovation in 5 minutes or less. Yes, it's really that fast. And you'll be able to make sure you don't get overpriced and ripped off by builders on your dream renovation. So to go and get your free copy, all you have to do is click the link below and you'll be brought to a page of the Bespoke Home Design website. And you simply enter your name and email address and we'll email you your free copy. So click the link below and get yours now.